Welcome back. You're watching Variety with John and Anna. You just saw a clip of John's show, True Talk. I'm Anna, as you guys know. Today I have three guests with me. I have Rose and Paul. For 32 years, they've basically had an annual Carrot Fest in Schenectady. They're active farmers, active in their congregation, and active in their community in Schenectady. And I also have Anna Cabot here. She is the president of SACC. So welcome to the show, guys.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. It's a pleasure. So, Annika, what's SACC stand for?
Schenectady Access Cable Council.
Okay, so can you tell us about that?
Well, the SACC was founded in 1974, and in our incorporation paper, it stated that the SACC is meant to be the liaison between the community and the broadcasting entity.
Okay.
So at this time, that would be Open Stage Media.
Wow.
And we are to support people who want to do programming for public access. So we are an organization of support,
Wow.
of programming support, and the idea of public access is to give a voice to the people who want to be heard.
Right, because not everybody has access to, agents or companies that can get them out there. So that's great that you guys do this. Thank you, because of you guys, we're able to do this show right now.
It's the public access element. That's exactly it.
So how did you become president?
Well, I had been president before, and there was a change and in the organization, and people asked me, would I do it again? And as a strong believer in the value of public access, I certainly was willing to do that because I see public access as the opportunity for free speech. No matter what your message is,
Yes.
you always have, as a viewer, the opportunity to just click it off if
Right.
you don't like what you see. But sometimes people who have valuable messages and opinions for the general public don't simply have access
Right.
to be heard. And I think that is really the essence of it. To me, public access is the essence of democracy.
Right, because everyone deserves to be heard. Everyone's opinion is valid.
Right.
What do you guys think?
I think it's a wonderful thing that it gives local, and that it is a local channel, and it gives the local people a chance to express their opinions.
And probably a wide variety of opinions.
Right. Wow. So president, I want to be president of something one day. How does it feel to be president of a company?
Well, it's an organization. I tell you, it's before you undertake it, you have to clearly understand what you are undertaking.
Right.
And
Big responsibility.
It's not easy, but I feel privileged in a sense that people had confidence in me to ask me to become the president.
Right.
But it also creates a tremendous obligation.
Right.
You want to live up to maybe, to what the people were
Live up to your
thinking
name.
and expecting.
A lot of responsibility.
But in serving with other people who also passionately believe in public access, then it becomes a challenge, yes, but also in a way a privilege.
Right.
This is America.
Right.
And it makes me, as a new citizen of the United States, it then makes me, really feel good about also the future of America. If we still have that entrepreneurial, that intent of doing something about something. I think that is for me the most important thing.
And challenges help make us work harder. Now, speaking of you being an American, being an American citizen, when did you come to America? Because you're Dutch from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
What are the Netherlands like?
Oh, what is the Netherlands like? Well,
Is it
it
cold?
is, as one of our most famous poets says, it's low-lying lands with big rivers
Wow.
through it. So you have to think a flat, absolutely flat country.
Wow.
Agriculture, cows, a lot of cows there. The Dutch are famous for their cheese.
It must be good for agriculture, right? Since it's flat.
Right, and also we are let's say, old country, so you will find many little villages, cities, towns, and with a background going back to the 14th century or something.
So what's Dutch culture like?
Dutch culture?
What does it consist of?
Dutch culture is like, just act normally, that's crazy enough. That's what Dutch culture is like. Dutch always have an opinion about everything.
It's good to have an opinion.
And Dutch are very practical. They're very practical because the Dutch are entrepreneurs. They're also the ones who came over here to the Northeast. New York City was called New Amsterdam. They were businessmen.
Wow.
And that, to be in business and to be able to sell your products, well, who understands Dutch? So foreign language study is immediately in the educational package because it makes sense. And also, how do you make deals? You make deals by listening to each other, by trying to
By compromising.
by understanding people of other natures, of other cultures. So, for example, if you go back to the 17th century, a long time, there were so many cultures and nationalities in Amsterdam, and that was taken over to New Amsterdam. Because if you had to be there in about 60, you could have heard in New York City 18 different languages.
Wow.
So I think the Dutch are all about enclosure, all about including people in the community, and
multiculturalism.
multiculturalism.
Okay.
That's the word.
I couldn't get it out. I was like, multiculturalism.
Yeah, I would say that.
So the Dutch, wasn't it you telling me that the Dutch were the ones that came up with orange, right?
Oh, yes, the Dutch, there were the carrots. Okay, the carrots were purple or white.
That's crazy.
But the Prince of Orange was highly regarded.
So they came out of the ground purple and white?
Purple and white. And the Dutch horticulturist at the University of Leiden, which was a present of the Prince of Orange to the people of Leiden, who fought the Spanish very long and hard and didn't give up. And he said, taxes, do you want to have relief of taxes or do you want a university? And they said, we want a university. So, to honor him, they came up for the House of Orange with an orange carrot.
Wow. So they made the carrot orange?
It's not that they take a paintbrush,
Okay.
but evidently genetically, you can.
It was manipulated.
Manipulated,
Right.
like you say.
Right.
So when you guys, so this kind of goes on to the idea of the Carrot Fest, speaking of orange. So you guys have farmed for years, right?
Actually, that's a very good transition. because actually we are retired carrot farmers. But
Did your carrots come out like? Well, now they always come out orange now after years of.
Right.
Okay.
There are a few other varieties, but almost all of them are orange. And in fact, speaking of Dutch, I know they also made a big contribution to agriculture in areas for draining swamps.
Wow.
And a lot was learned from the Dutch immigrants on that.
That must take a lot to drain a swamp. 'Cause
Right.
it's the thick.
6 windmills.
Wow.
Right.
It was windmills.
But the farm,
There was windmills who made.
the farm that we had is still going strong in Schoharie
Wow.
Valley Farms. But the Carrot Festival started 32 years ago, and the congregation, the synagogue in Niskayuna that we belong to, had just moved into a new building after many years, and money was tight. The parking lot was not yet paved. And one day somebody came up to us, how about as a fundraiser having a carrot festival?
You guys took it and ran with it.
So it took off.
So 32 years after, it's still going on strong.
Right.
Right.
It started out, but this gives a pretty good summary.
So wow, and 4,000 people you guys drew to your fest. This was last
Right.
year?
2
This
years
was
ago.
2 years
Wow.
ago.
Right, right.
And it's been growing. The first year it was primarily a farmer's market. We had produce, and but then we kept adding new things every year, and it's a really full schedule. Entertainment all day.
Singers.
Our real flagship presenter this year is the band Flame.
Okay. Are they a rock band? What type of music do they
They are a
have?
rock band.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
quite a variety, and they're relatively local from Johnstown in Montgomery County, but they've been all over the country and several foreign countries.
Fabulous. I'd love to hear them sometime. So just,
Well, you'll have to come to the
yeah,
festival.
me and Johnny and Stella will
The
go.
Carrot Festival, there's no admission, it's free.
Oh, cool.
So you can hear the band, they'll be playing from 1 to 3.
And it goes on
The
no matter rain or
festival-
shine,
Right.
right?
Right, the festival is from 10 to 4:30.
10 to
On
4:30.
October 10, 10,
10, 10, 10.
That's easy to
And
remember.
after we picked the date, we found out that in Hebrew, the word 10 means give, to give.
Wow.
So we decided to give back to the community because they
Right.
have supported us through all these years. And we are having one tent in which we invited any nonprofit that wants to spread the word about the organization to come and give out literature and
That's
talk
fabulous.
to
Religious,
people.
non-religious, food bank, for example.
Right.
Nice. So it's not
Whatever.
necessarily religious. It's just
No.
everyone to just come together.
Right, it's
Without
open
giving.
to the community, and we
Nice.
always draw, as you can see, a lot of people
Fabulous.
from in and around Niskayuna.
So if we were to go to the Carrot Fest, what kinds of things will we see?
Okay.
Big variety, lots of food, 7 different kinds of carrot cake, among other
Nice.
things.
I love
Right.
carrot cake.
Right.
Lunches,
We will be serving lunch. We'll have briskets. Everything is made in our kitchen, by the way.
Nice.
So it's all made from scratch.
Wow. So a lot goes into preparing this.
Yes,
Right.
actually our whole congregation is, as volunteers, is involved in getting ready for the festival and on the day of the festival, because we need a lot of people. We have tons of children's activities,
Nice.
pony rides. The Schenectady Museum will be there. The reptile people will be there.
Reptile.
Wow.
Right. And mad art, mad science will be there.
Oh, wow.
I mean, a lot of stuff.
Lots
Face
of things
painting,
going
you
on.
name it.
and Ellis Hospital will have a health fair there with hands-on stuff for kids too,
That's great.
and a lot of kids activities.
Animals here? I see
Yes,
bunnies.
there will be llamas.
What's that?
Pardon?
Llamas?
Right. They are
South American.
Oh, llamas?
Yes.
Right,
Oh, cool.
Right, right. They were there last year, and they're coming back this year.
Nice.
There'll be pony rides. There'll be raffles.
Very nice.
There's a bouncy bounce.
Wow. Lots to do with the Carrot Fest.
Right, and there will be music all day besides Flame. We have the Melody Makers from Schenectady. We have the Niskayona High School Band will be there.
Band.
Right.
Cool.
And, you know, you name it.
Right. So the annual Carrot Festival, that will be held on 10/10/10 from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., rain or shine. You got to check that out. Thank you so much, Rose and Paul and Annika. Thank you so much. I learned a lot from you guys today.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having
That's
us.
right.
We
So now
enjoyed
we are
it.
Fun
going.
being here with you.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe we'll see you on 10/10/10.
Yeah, maybe.
Up to 10.
If you're coming, come to the produce tent. We will
Okay.
be there.
Cool. So we're now going to go to a clip of John's show, True Talk. See you soon, and we'll be back with In the News.
Okay, but first of all, before we do that, we gotta warm up. Remember when you were small, they taught you a song, If You're Happy and You Know It? Remember that song?
Yes.
What's the first verse? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. The second verse, if you're happy and you know it.
Stop singing.
Third verse, if you're happy and you know it, shout. Hooray!